Alright, so we've found our way into the fairway bunker here. We're on the 9th hole here at Meridian Valley. So, about 75 yards out, I would say, for it here. What club do you got in hand there?
I have a 60 right now.
Yeah, 60 degree. I would say that is a good club for around the bunkers, for green time bunkers, as it'd be called for 60 degree.
Yeah.
But when we are this far out, about 75 yards out, in order for you to get that 60 degree there, probably almost going to require a full swing for you to get it to the hole there. So I would recommend, before we even start, to grab a pitching wedge for it here, because that way, if you use a pitching wedge, you're able to just give it more half swing, so still less effort behind it, and it still will go even further or just as far as full swinging a 60 would.
Okay.
But for fairway bunkers here, right? Kind of goal for it here is we're not trying to take too much sand for it, because we still want to get that distance, kind of like in a fairway bunker where we just want to skip across, maybe catching just right underneath the leading edge, right behind the ball here.
Okay.
Just so we're not getting any sand behind it, getting our weight forward, like what we were working on earlier with it too. And what should our feet be doing here? Should our feet be digging in, staying the same? What are you saying?
I think they should be slightly digged in, so like there's not as digged in as a fairway or not fairway, a green side bunker, but you want to just slightly get it in.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Just so it's something where your feet aren't slipping out of control when you're taking your backswing and swinging down, and you still have that bit of control with it here, right? And kind of like what I was going back earlier to saying the 60 degree, with these fairway bunker shots, I would almost never full swing these. Like, that's where just the chunks come into play, the fins and all that. Especially in this green in particular, this green is surrounded all by water all around it, so if we're going long on this hole or a little left, a little right, probably going in the drain. So we need to keep it so this, even though it's a back pin here, probably looking more towards the center or middle, or center or middle, or I wouldn't say front, so I think I would say you're good enough to say you can go more for middle of it.
Yeah.
Besides that, do you have any questions on how to execute the shot here?
I think I have one question is, when I hit bunker, more out there in the fairway, I like to hit sand after. Should I do that same thing for this shot here?
Yeah, so try and hit sand after the ball here.
Yeah, so instead, will I just try and make contact with the ball without making contact with the sand, or do I hit after, don't hit the ball, but hit the sand, after there?
Yeah, I would say it's pretty good to go for it after here, right? Because when we're hitting it after, that means that we'll either, I want to see a little bit on the ball if I was being nitpicky, because kind of the concept for that there is you want to make sure that the ball is getting underneath the leading edge here, so that when you go for the sand shot here, the ball rolls up more of the toe of the club, so it still gets that check when it lands up there while still getting that low distance to it. So having it right here where you're getting less friction between the sand and the ball, and it's just between the club and the ball, that's the connection you're looking for. And if you go ahead of it, what happens sometimes is you can hit the top of it, and that causes you to either hit the lip of the bunker or, like we were saying earlier, roll past it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Alright, perfect. Do you want to try this out?
Sure.
Alright, let's do it.